Gosh darn it, who could be calling me at this hour? Hello? Make it happen. Snicky!
How are you?
Good.
Come inside.
The note at the beginning of the scene was a reminder to Pat to overdose Snicky with methadone, and she would later pay Pat with $10,000 cash. Snicky gave Pat a check during their greeting for the prescription methadone so Snicky could get off drugs.
What's your name?
Jerry Riggs.
And what were you doing at the mansion last night?
Snicky invited us over for a dinner party.
And when was the last time you saw Snicky?
About 10:50.
And those injuries of yours, how did you receive them?
I cut my hand on a wine glass.
According to your phone logs, you're calling Snicky a lot recently. What's up with that?
I truly really love Snicky, and he wouldn't take me back, so I kept on calling and calling until he did.
Okay. And we see on your purchase listings that you've actually bought birth control recently.
I was ready to get back with Snicky, and he was ready too, so I was just prepared.
Okay. Thank you. That'll be all.
So, what's your name?
Pat T. Cakes.
What were you doing at the mansion last night?
Dinner party. Free food. Man's gotta eat.
When was the last time you saw Snicky?
Oddly specific, but I want to say around 10:35.
What are the checks in your car for?
Well, I was gonna give Snicky some cash, help him get back on his feet after he helped me so long ago. Get off drugs and all.
We also found methadone in your car.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a drug dealer.
Welcome! So, what do you think about the weather today?
Great.
And what's your name?
Needles Bagsworth.
What were you doing at the mansion last night?
Oh no, Snicky just invited me over for a dinner party.
When was the last time you saw Snicky?
About 11:03.
Did you call the police that night at all?
Yes, I called them on Snicky's phone.
I see. And according to your profile here, it says that you are in the witness protection program.
Hey, turn that off.
This is over. Come on, let's get out of here.
And what's your name?
Dreadlocks.
What were you doing at the mansion last night?
I don't know. Snicky just invited us over for dinner or something.
And when was the last time you saw Snicky?
It was like 10:55, and then I left.
Okay. And according to your credit listing, you recently bought something on some sort of Woman on Guard website. What exactly did you buy?
It was just like a self-defense weapon, like taser. Had to be protected in this scary world.
Okay, that's understandable. Thank you.
Hey Snicky.
Hey, what's up, my man?
What's your name?
Just in time.
And what were you doing at the mansion last night?
Snicky invited us over for a dinner party.
And when was the last time you saw Snicky?
10:55 p.m.
After searching your car, we found blood on your steering wheel. Do you know anything about that?
What blood?
Well, it's Snicky's blood, and we found the trophy in your car after searching. Why?
The trophy was mine.
Why did you
was
have
mine.
it?
I earned it.
I earned it.
Kind of thirsty, I want some wine.
There we go.
Pat put the methadone in the wine bottle that then would be used to fill Snicky's glass and put back in the freezer. Jerry would then give Snicky the wine glass filled with methadone, thus leaving her fingerprints.
have some more to drink, Snicky.
Sounds good to me. Oh, kind of woozy.
Let's pick this up. Ow, that's sharp. This was not the plan.
After the non-lethal dose of 23 milligrams of methadone worked its way into Snicky, he started to become very intoxicated, but not dead like planned. Justin realized that they needed to figure out a new way to take Snicky out, so Mildred tased him to make time. During the 5 minutes, Mildred and Justin planned out what to do next. Jerry ran out of the house upset that Snicky went out the way he did. She was so disgruntled that she hit her fist on the roof of her car, inflaming the cut she received in the broken glass.
Done. That hurts.
Really scrub it out.
Got a band-aid?
Yeah.
Need some ibuprofen?
Justin's new plan was to take Snicky out himself, but first he wanted to catch Snicky off guard to make him pay for taking Jerry and the trophy. Justin first had to gain Snicky's trust in order for the plan to move on, so he helped him clean up.
Hey, no problem, no problem. Thank you!
While gazing at the Renoir painting, Snicky thanked Justin for helping him, and for always being his friend. However, Justin went through with his plan and killed Snicky with the very thing that Snicky had taken from him so many years ago.
Well, might as well cop one more thing since Snicky's out.
Needles had been a thief all along. He planned to use the dinner party as a cover-up to take the famous Renoir. Needles, however, did not want Snicky dead. He wanted Snicky's possessions to sell so he could finally leave the witness protection and move somewhere else. Justin, realizing he needed to remove any traces that he committed the murder with the trophy, he washed it off at Swamp Lake. Justin was able to go through with his plan and take revenge against Snicky.
Needles, after leaving the mansion, sped down the road to his nearby barn that the witness protection gave him. Needles, when arriving at his house, burned it to the ground, making it look as if there was a person after him, so he could leave the island. This also explains the garbage bags, the one-way ticket, and the $100. Needles needed to hide the Renoir in the dark, so he used a black garbage bag to mask it in the night. He also lived on the island, and he needed only a one-way ticket off. In addition, his house was no longer standing. He also needed a few bucks after he burned his gas going 80 miles to the ferry. Firstly, everyone was at Snicky's house that night as he himself invited them there. Pat T. Cakes, Jerry Riggs, Mildred Locks, Justin Time, and Needles Bagsworth were all present at his mansion the night of the crime, as Snicky wanted to question each person about the thefts against him prior, and to wrap up any undone business that he had with the five. If he told them this flat out, though, it's plausible that they might not have shown up, so Snicky covered up his true intentions with a dinner party. The autopsy report shows a myriad of injuries on Snicky's body, of which we addressed in our video. The high level of methadone in his bloodstream was a result of Pat and Jerry's meddling, of which led to the minor trauma on his forehead after a fall. One theory on his stomach wound is that Mildred had tased Snicky in the neck after he hadn't passed out from the drink, leading him to fall to the floor and actually fall into his prized climbing trophy. Another has Justin strike him with the trophy instead when things go south. Either way, at the end of the day, Justin had Snicky's trophy and Mildred tased him in the neck.
With that, Snicky falls to the floor and cuts his arms against the broken glass from the wine glass, causing the minor cuts reported in the autopsy. That taser then, of course, caused the 2 puncture wounds found on his neck with the skin around them burned as if singed with electricity. Nearby, beneath the ferry docks where everyone was stopped, police searches have also come up with a taser, leading us to believe that Mildred had ended up tossing it upon arrival. Justin went to clean the blood off his trophy at the lake before attempting to escape, and Needles took Snicky's Renoir painting before burning down his own house to make himself seem more innocent. The garbage bags in his car were also used to hide the painting somewhere in the dark, as the bags were coincidentally also black for better concealment. And with that, Pat, Mildred, Jerry, and Justin were all in on the murder of Snicky, as Pat was a beneficiary of his life insurance. Mildred additionally had a life insurance policy on Snicky. Justin's secret had mentioned that he would even kill Snicky for Jerry, as he was in love with her. Our group believed that the initial accident first causing Snicky's seclusion and drug addiction to painkillers was a result of Justin's meddling. Our theory includes Justin having been the one to push Snicky over the 100-foot drop and to his death as a result of his relationship with Jerry. Of course, Snicky ended up living, though, and Needles had witnessed the attempted murder, placing him in the Witness Protections Program. While we believe that Needles was also the thief that had been pilfering from Snicky for years, it seems as if he had little to do with Snicky's actual death. In fact, our video shows that he had actually helped Snicky by calling Snitwood for him, as he was too weak and bleeding out the time to do so himself. Though Justin had left 8 minutes before Needles, he still arrived last on line at the roadblock. While everyone else's order matched with when they left the mansion, this makes it apparent that Needles had little time to hide the painting and burn down his farm, as he had still arrived before Justin. He had sped off pretty quickly when Snitwood first arrived, though.
I don't think. Oh. Did it work?
Yeah, it worked.
Ah, let's pick this up. Ow, it's sharp. Wait. You're coming tonight.
Yeah, sure was quite the shock.